Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radhe, Jai Jagannath Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladeva Jai Subhadra, Jai Lakshmi Narasimha Lakshmi Narasimha Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Gauranita Gauranita Gauranita, Jai Jai Gauranita, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol, Jai Jai Jaya Prabhupada 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 Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam, Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudidayet, नष्टप्रायेष भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया, भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत श्रीराधकांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्रीराधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Requesting everyone to keep your videos on. Everybody keep your videos on. Swami Prabhu, Shweta Chatterjee, Aruna Mataji, everyone keep your videos. Okay. So last time we saw the relationship between the first 6 chapters. The first 6 chapters come under the category of Jnana Yoga. Now let us see the the first six chapters. First six chapters comes under the category of Karma Yoga, not Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is also known as Buddhi Yoga. So first six chapters is Karma Yoga, and the next six chapter is Bhakti Yoga. And the last six chapter has been discussed, that is Sankhya Yoga or Jnana Yoga. So let us see the connection between the next six chapters, that is Bhakti Yoga. So we saw in the previous chapter, that is sixth chapter, Krishna says, what is the real dhyana? Krishna says, if you meditate upon me, that is the highest. Yoginam api sarvesham madhyadenantaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yogam samayuktamo mataha. Of all the yogis, the one whose faith abides in me, Krishna says, whose faith abides in me, he is always rendering service unto me. That person is always unitedly connected with me in yoga, and this is the highest of all, Krishna says. The highest of all. Now, from the 7th chapter to 12th chapter, if you see, Krishna says, let me teach you how to practice this. Connection to me, that is what Krishna says. Connection to me. How will you connect to me? Then how to connect to Krishna, how to practice this yoga, how to be free from all the doubts, how to know Krishna in full, free from all the doubts. That is what Krishna is going to give from this chapter. This chapter is also known as Jnana Vijnana Yoga. Jnana Vijnana Yoga. So Krishna is now going to give the knowledge about himself. And after attaining this knowledge, Krishna says, you don't have any other knowledge to attain more. This is the topmost of everything. Nothing further shall remain unknown to you. That is what Krishna says. After getting this knowledge, Jnana Vijnana Yoga, after getting this knowledge and applying this knowledge, when you say Vijnana, that refers to application of knowledge. Vishesha Rupena Jnana. This chapter, which is known as Jnana Vijnana Yoga, Krishna says, after attaining the knowledge of mind, you will not have anything left to be known. So then Krishna says in this chapter, there are thousands of men who are trying to endeavor in perfection. And those who have 1,000 men are there. In that one person will endeavor for perfection. If you take whether 1 and make into again 1,000 group, in that one person will really know me in truth. That means out of 1 lakh, 1,000 multiplied by 1,000 is how much? 10 lakhs. No? 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs. Out of 10 lakh people, there will be one person who will know Krishna in truth. 1,000 into 1,000 is how much? 10 lakhs, I'm right. 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs.
Mataji,
huh?
7th chapter you're saying it is Jnana Vijnana Yoga.
Yeah. Jnana Vijnana Yoga. So out of 10,000 people, Krishna says, first Krishna saying out of 1,000, one will try to endeavor for truth, endeavor for perfection. He's trying to endeavor. And like that, 1, if you see out of every 1,001 you take, and they can make a group of another 1,000, then that means out of 10 lakh people, there will be one person who will really know me in truth. That is a calculation given. So this is why when we put the advertisement, there are practically 10 lakh people who are seeing. Then you can say maybe one person out of that 10 lakh will know Krishna in truth. So what is the meaning of knowing Krishna in truth? First of all, understanding the different energies of Krishna. First, knowing Krishna in truth means understanding his opulence first. Understanding his opulence. What are his opulence? His energies is opulence. And here about the material energy, separated material energy has been given. Matter is made up of earth, water, fire, air, ether. mind, intelligence, false ego. We had done this. Matter is made up of 24 elements, out of which 8 elements have been spoken in this chapter. So just see, matter consists of 8 important principal elements, out of which 5 are gross and 3 are subtle. So first understanding is the Krishna's material energy. Krishna's material energy. When you say material energy, separated material energies. Like this body, matter, is made up of important 8 elements. There are 24 elements, but important 8 elements. Then Krishna says, apart from this inferior energy, Krishna calls this as inferior energy, Jada Shakti. We don't know Jada Shakti, Parashakti, Tatastha Shakti. There are 3 types of energy. Parashakti, which is internal energy of Krishna, Parashakti, or superior energy, internal energy, you can say, Parashakti. There is something known as Jada Shakti or Jada Brahman, Parabrahman, Jada Brahman. The Jada Brahman is matter. And Tatastha or Tatastha means which comes in between, that is Jiva Brahman. Jiva Shakti comes in Tatastha Shakti, that means it comes in between. So now Parabrahman, Jada Brahman, and Jiva Brahman. Superior energy, inferior energy, but this middle Jiva energy is also superior only. But what happens is because of ignorance, it tries to relate itself to matter. Now, Jiva Shakti is the superior energy, but out of ignorance, it identifies itself with matter. Now, sometimes I say, I am girl, I am a lady, I am a woman, I am an Indian. So I'm identifying with my material designations without understanding that I am Jiva. I am Jiva as much as Krishna is eternal. Jiva is also Sanatan. Already somebody asked me the meaning of Sanatan. What is the meaning of Sanatan? Eternal. As much as Jiva is Sanatan, Krishna is Sanatan, Jiva is also Sanatan. Sanatan means eternally existing. So just see how superior is the energy of Krishna. Jiva Shakti, Tathastha Shakti, Jiva Brahman. These are the 3 terms. Jiva Shakti. Tathastha means in between it is. In between internal energy and external energy is the marginal energy. This is also known as marginal energy. These are all the new terms. Anyhow, when we do more, this will be very easy for you. In between is the marginal energy. This marginal energy is the Jiva Shakti. This Jiva Shakti is when it identifies itself with Jada Brahman or external energy or matter, then it loses its superiority. It forgets its superiority. When you say loses means it forgets its superiority. But when it identifies itself with Parabrahman, understands its connection with Krishna, that is the time it understands its superior energy, that Jiva Shakti is actually superior energy, eternal in nature, always related to Krishna. Okay? So it is easy, it's not very difficult. 3 types of energy. So Krishna says, Apareyam itastvanyam praktum vidhi me param jivbhutta mahabaho vedam dharite jagat. There is a superior energy that is known as Jiva Shakti. In this way, Krishna says, then Krishna introduces about himself. Now see, Krishna has introduced matter, Krishna has introduced Jiva, and now Krishna introduces himself. He says, there is no truth superior than me. Mattaha parataram nanyatkin chidasti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam protam sutri maniganaiva. Krishna says, how to understand that I am there? Sometimes he says, show Krishna. Then show the thread on which the pearls are strung. The pearls are strung. But can I see the thread? The unseen thread can be seen by the perfect arrangement of the pearls. Isn't it? We can understand, yes, there is the string which is holding those pearls. So unseen thread is seen. In the same way, Krishna says, there is no truth beyond me. Everything rests on me. So when we see the perfect arrangement of things happening, when the sun rises in the east, sun sets in the west, There are seasons, there are galaxies, there are planets, there are orbits. We have never seen that Earth going to Jupiter's planet or Jupiter coming in Earth planet, the sun revolving, the moon revolving, the earth revolving, all these things are happening. That means there is some superior energy. In fact, there is an energetic person. It is not just energy, there is a person who is running the whole show. Krishna says, Mattaha parataram nanya kinchidasti dhananjay. There is no truth beyond this. So, how to understand the presence? And Krishna says, when you drink water, what is the thing which quenches your thirst? How to understand his presence? Drink the water, or when you're thirsty, what is the thing which quenches your thirst? It's not sugarcane juice. It is not some limca or cold or some cold drinks. It's only water which quenches the thirst. Even after you drink anything, there is water which quenches the thirst, and there is taste in water. The taste of water is Krishna. When we drink water, that taste is Krishna. Krishna says, if we learn to do that, if we learn to understand the the things which cannot be done by our own brains, we cannot put taste in water. That taste, we can make some limbu juice, we can make pineapple juice, but can we make water? It's not so easy to make water. It's not so easy to bring taste in water. The taste of water is me. And Krishna says, the sun gives light, heat. So that light and heat of the sun is me. Krishna says. Then Krishna says, when a person chants Om, that Om is me. The syllable Om is me. Then Krishna says, the voice is reaching from one place to another place. You are situated somewhere far, but are you able to hear me? That means that sound in the ether, Krishna says, that is me. And somebody is very expert. He has so much of ability. And Krishna says that ability is me. If we learn to see this, somebody is very expert. We feel very jealous why that expertise is not there in me. Instead of being jealous, we can appreciate, yes, that ability is Krishna. That ability is Krishna. That sound is Krishna. Seeing Krishna in each and every aspect of life. Then Krishna says, the first fragrance when it comes, when the water comes on the earth, that fragrance when it comes, mitti ki khushbu, Krishna says, that khushbu is me. Now just see, Krishna is not lost. If we learn to appreciate this, Krishna says, I am the original fragrance of the earth. I am the heat in the fire. Whatsoever we try to take the heat by having some machine, but the fire which gives the heat, that is something different. And then Krishna says that prana shakti in every life is me, Krishna says. Now that ascetics, tapasvis, they are performing so much of tapasya. Krishna says that finance is me. And Krishna says the original seed. Now, if we try to know, mango came from where? Mango tree. Mango tree came, how mango tree came? Because of the seed. How that seed came? Because of the mango. How that tree came? Then if you go on, original seed is me, Krishna says. The original tree is me. Then Krishna says somebody is very intelligent. And Krishna says the intelligence of the intelligent is me. Somebody is very powerful. The prowess of the powerful person is me. In this way, Krishna goes on. He says, I am that person. I am. This is me, Krishna says. I had given Bhagavad Gita to my mother. And my mother, she read alone. Actually, Bhagavad Gita should never be read alone because we will not understand. And she said, I told, did you read Bhagavad Gita? She said, yes, but I have never found a proud person like Krishna. I said, why? Everywhere he says, I. Sai Baba doesn't say I. Sai Baba says, Allah Malik, Ram Malik. But this Krishna is so proud. He says, I, everywhere, I. Then I said, only that I and me is only applicable to Krishna and nobody else. Everybody are servants of Krishna. Just see how wrongly she understood. Now Krishna says, this material world is very difficult to cross. Daivi hesha gulamayi mama maya duratya mameve prapaddante maya itam tarantite. This material energy, which is known as Daivi Shakti, is very difficult to cross. But whoever takes shelter of Krishna can easily cross this material ocean. In this, in one of the beautiful verse of Bhagavatam, it says, Samashitaye padapallava plavam. Krishna's uh, uh, lotus feet is compared to a boat. As I said, it's such a huge boat. When you sit on that boat, automatically the whole material world takes the size of a small place which is occupied by the hoof print of a calf. The whole material world becomes so small. So when you are sitting on the lotus feet of Krishna, when you've taken the shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna, it is like you are sitting on a big boat, such a huge boat. That boat, it is so easy to cross this ocean because this whole ocean has become so small that it is compared to the place occupied by the hoof print of a calf. In this way, Krishna says, just by taking shelter of me, a person can cross this ocean. So there are 4 types of people who take shelter of Krishna, and there are 4 types of people who don't want to take shelter of Krishna. You may be banging the head of some friends or some known one, but you will be finding that they are not interested in Krishna consciousness. So who are those 4 type of people? Krishna clearly says they will not come to me. They will not take shelter of me. Who are those people, those 4 people? First category is foolish people or mudhas, donkeys. Whole day they work so much that they don't have time. Sometimes people say we don't have time, we have to work so hard. Yes, that category of person is who foolish donkeys. Donkeys overloaded with lot of work. They don't have time for Krishna. This is one. Somebody asked on Sundays, please take up Krishna consciousness. Oh, I don't have time. I said, on Sundays? Yeah. Thinking of Monday, I don't have time. Thinking that on Monday I have to work so much. That thought itself is so much that he doesn't have time for Krishna consciousness. So this is one first category. They are mudhas. Namam dushkritaru mudha. So they are known as dushkrutis. Dushkruti means they don't have some sukruti also. Sukruti means he has a fortune. This person has no fortune. Dushkruti. Namam dushkritaru mudha. This is the first category. Then next is naradhama. Nara Adhama, Naradhama. He has got such a wonderful birth. He is a human by birth, and that too, he is born in a nice Brahminical culture. He has got a wonderful circumstances, everything good opportunity, but he doesn't want to take up that opportunity. So that person is the lowest. Naradhama is the lowest. He has got opportunity, he has got facilities, everything is there. Facility is there, everything is there, but no, it doesn't want to take up. Like somebody I told Zoom class is there. He told me, no, I don't join in Zoom. I said, why? No, I'm against this Zoom. If your Zoom class is allowing you to hear Krishna consciousness, what is the problem? Take advantage of the things given by Krishna. Simple. We should not just neglect or reject something. Like somebody doesn't like to sit in the plane. But that is not the highest instruction. That same plane made Srila Prabhupada cross different countries and set Krishna consciousness. There are acharyas, there are preachers going to different countries, different places and preaching Krishna consciousness. Somebody may not like the phone, but that is not the highest instruction. Use the facilities, whatever we have got in Krishna consciousness. If Zoom is allowing us to hear and chant Krishna's name, have association of devotees, do it. What is the problem? So Naradhama means he has the facilities, he doesn't want to take up the facility. Then Maya Prahutta Jnana. This is a third category of person. He considers everything as Maya to the extent he considers even the body of Krishna to be a product of Maya. Maya here refers to he considers the product of he considers body of Krishna to be product of matter similar to ours. So this is Maya Prahutta Jnana. Then there is a fourth category that is known as Asura, Asuram. Asuras, they never accept Krishna's authority. They say, I am God. They are Asuras. Whoever considers themselves as God, they are Asuras. There are so many so-called modern preachers or modern famous personalities who have identified themselves as God. Just imagine. They call themselves as God. So what is their gati? They suffer like anything. But they fool people. They fool people. And then in this way, they allow the people to call them as God. That is also a problem. They allow. There are foolish people who call them as God, and there are people, there are such so-called personalities who call themselves as God. So four are there. Who are all four people? One is Mudha, one is Naradhama, has the facility but doesn't want to use the facility. And then there is Maya Pratyajnana, who consider Krishna's body to be the product of matter. And there are Asuras and demonic people who never accept the supremacy of Lord, considers themselves only as God. And also Krishna has also see in Bhagavad Gita what all wonderful points are there. So interesting is to study Bhagavad Gita, isn't it? And who are those four types of people? More elaborately will be spoken. Then who are those four type of people who will take up to Krishna consciousness? Who are those four people? Artho. Somebody wants money, then he will come to Krishna. Artho. Uh, somebody is suffering, he will also come to Krishna. Who is suffering, he will also come to. That is Artha means one who is suffering. Artharthi means one who wants Artha. Artha means one who wants money. One who is inquisitive, Jigyasu, he will come to Krishna. And one who is a Jnani, who is really intelligent, or who is a Jnani means who is knowledgeable, who knows the difference between the body and soul, will now try to know more about the owner of this body and soul. So four type of people will come to Krishna. One who is distressed, one who wants material benefits, one who is inquisitive, and one who is really in knowledge. He will now try to know more about the owner of this body and soul. When you say he is in knowledge, means at least he has understood that he is not the body, he is soul. And now he wants to know more about this. He wants to know who is the owner of body and soul. In this way, Krishna says, four type of people will come to me. Four type of people will not come to me. And there are jnanis. Out of these four people who are eager to come to Krishna, Krishna says, I like that fourth one. For other three, they get money, if they are well settled, if the problem is solved, they may run away. They may not do more bhakti. Okay, till if I have got relief from my distress, I may forget Krishna. If I have got some material benefit, I may forget Krishna. Jigyasu, okay, for some time he is very interested, very inquisitive, afterwards he may not be. But this Jnani, this fourth person, he understands that he is not the body's soul. So that is why what he is doing, he will try to know more about the relationship of the body and the matter, relationship about that is body, matter and soul, relationship between matter, soul, and Krishna. So in this way, he will try to seek more knowledge. So Krishna says, such type of jnanis, after thousands and thousands of births, will really understand me in full. Krishna very clearly says that person, Bahunam Janmanamante, will that person will really understand me in full. Now see the first chapter, how it started with. There are so many inquiries of Arjuna, so many reasons which he places that I will not fight. Now slowly, slowly Krishna is entering to the subjects. Now which subject? This is the most confidential subject. Krishna is giving now the knowledge about this whole creation. Krishna is giving the knowledge about himself. Krishna is giving the knowledge about the people who are accepting Krishna, the people who are not accepting Krishna. Then Krishna says about thousands of thousands janmas are required to understand me in full. Now somebody can ask, what about those people who are worshipping demigods? There are so many demigods. Ganesha, Surya, so many demigods are there, Durga. Krishna says, whose intelligence is completely stolen. Then he takes shelter of such demigods.
You are muted, Mataji.
If he is going to a demigod with understanding the demigods are servants of Krishna, no problem. If he is going to Ganesha with understanding that Krishna, that Ganesha is actually touching the lotus feet of Krishna, deriving the energy from Krishna to remove the kleshas of this material world, no, that means you are Krishna conscious. You are not seeing a demigod separate from Krishna, nor you are seeing a demigod equal to Krishna. But generally, we have seen that the worshippers of the demigods, they are always interested in material desires. That means their intelligence is completely stolen. And sometimes the things happen every Thursday. And immediately, Baba ne kiya. Because of Sai Baba, everything is happening. But who is giving the strength to Sai Baba? And Krishna says, if that Shraddha is there, I only fulfill that Shraddha. Sometimes the things happen for everyone, most of the people, the things happen on Fridays. Oh, because of Mother Durga. Particular date is for particular demigod. Then immediately a person thinks, oh, because of Ganesha, because of Durga, because of Sai Baba, everything is happening. But Krishna very clearly says, yo yo yam yam tanum bhaktaha sattaya chitam ichchati. I give. I give that faith in him, to have that faith in demigod, because he doesn't have faith in me. Okay, I'll give that faith. Okay, your faith on that particular demigod, let it become stronger. So what he'll do, he will actually go and always worship that particular demigod. But Krishna says, you know who is giving? Lavate cha tata kaman mayyeva vitanitan. I give everything. I give everything, but that person thinks that particular demigod has given. So a person whose intelligence is very small, he worships demigods. So, but then what happens? The results given by the demigods is also limited and temporary. That is the difference. So I only give, but what I do through the demigod, if any through the demigod, if any benefit is given, that benefit will only remain for some time, temporary, and it will be also uh, limited. It will also be limited. And Krishna very clearly says, I never appear to foolish people. Naham prakasha sarvasya yogo maya samavata. I never appear to mudhas. I never appear to the mudhas. Actually, I know everything. Arjuna is crying. Krishna says, why you are crying? I know bhavishya, I know past, bhuta, everything. You don't have to cry. You have forgotten everything, but I remember everything. Nobody can understand me, Krishna says. It is very difficult to understand me. In this way, Krishna gives such a wonderful knowledge. Krishna says, whoever uh, remembers Krishna at the time of death, Prayana kale pichatamam te vidur yukta chetasa. Whoever remembers me, Krishna says, he will attain me. That is how the 7th chapter ends. One has to remember Krishna. And whoever remembers Krishna, he is all papa. Yesham tantagatam papam jananam punya karmana. All is papa, so-called material punyas also is also considered as papa only. All these materialistic activities which leads to either good results or bad results. We were talking about karma. 3 types of karma is there: sakarma, vikarma, and akarma. Sakarma, punya karmas; vikarma, papa karmas. So, but anyhow, these two, which is giving good result or bad result, is binding us in this material world. So there is an activity which is known as vikarma. This vikarma is related to Krishna, keeping Krishna in the center and performing the activities. So whoever is taking shelter of me, then he is completely his both these activities, sakarma and vikarma, which is considered as pap activity, isham tantagatam papa. Jananam punya karmanam. Which punya karmanam he attains? That vikarma he attains. And in this way, he is completely free from the dualities. Good, bad, there are dualities. Man, apman, opposites. In this way, Krishna is giving knowledge about himself. Then Krishna says in the 8th chapter, Akshara Brahma Yoga. Now Krishna wants to give now Arjuna wants to know more. Here Krishna introduced everything. What he introduced? He introduced matter. He introduced Jiva. He introduced about himself. Now Arjuna is asking more. What is he asking? He wants to know, oh Lord, what is this Brahman? What is Brahman? What is this energy? Oh Lord, I want to know about Atma, self. I want to know about the fruitive activities. And then he says, I want to know about this whole Prakriti, material manifestation. I also want to know about the demigods, because Krishna has already told about the demigods. I want to know who are these demigods. Then, so here 4 questions have come. Then he says, oh Lord, I want to know who is that supreme Lord of sacrifice. And how does he live in everyone's body? I want to know that supreme person. Then 6th question he says, how can those who are engaged in devotional service can know you at the time of death? Let's see how many questions are asked. 6 questions are asked. First is what? What is Brahman? Brahman here refers to what is energy. What is the self? What are the fruitive activities? How are these material manifestation? What are these material manifestations? What are the demigods? Technically, if you see 7, but you can interrelate also. Who is the Lord of sacrifice? How the person can be engaged in devotional service at the time of death also. In this way, there are 7 questions put, and then Krishna goes on answering. Akshara Brahma Yoga. Akshara Brahma. This chapter is Akshara Brahma, and Krishna starts with like this only. Akshara Brahma Paramam Svabho Adhyatma Uchyate. So now, what is that Brahman? Now Krishna says, what is that Brahman? Brahman here refers to, here now Krishna is speaking about the self. Actually, Krishna is actually speaking about the self, and in this self, if you see, it is Para Brahman. Krishna is speaking about himself. At the same, now Krishna is speaking about the living entity also. When you say Para Brahman, Brahman, there is Brahman. What is this Brahman? It refers to living entity also. And when you say Brahman, it also refers to Supreme Brahman also. 2 types of Brahman are there. 2 types of Brahman. Jiva Brahman, Para Brahman. That has been spoken. Jiva Brahman, Para Brahman. Akshara Brahma. When you say Brahma, Akshara Brahma means indestructible. Aksharam means indestructible. What are the two Brahman which is indestructible? One is Jiva and one is Para Brahman. That is Krishna. Akshara Brahma. Then Krishna is speaking about in this way, Krishna is speaking about the Adhyatma nature. Adhyatma means the real nature or eternal nature of the self. What is the eternal nature of the self? The eternal nature of the soul is indestructible. Why Krishna is giving this knowledge? Because Arjuna was crying so much that I am going to kill my grandfather, I'm going to kill my teacher. And Krishna says, Adhyatma Jnana. Adhyatma Jnana means to understand the nature of the self, the nature of the supreme self, the super soul, that is Krishna. Then Krishna is giving knowledge about this material manifestation which is known as Adhibhuta Kana. Adhibhuta. What is the material nature of this material world? This nature of the material world is it is going to go on changing. What is the nature of matter? Howsoever I try to protect it from aging, it is going to get aged. It is aging, isn't it? Howsoever we try to become young, we cannot. This is the nature of the matter. The nature of the material world is change. Already Krishna has spoken this in second chapter. Nasto vidyate bhavo na bhavo vidyate satam. Already Krishna has spoken. Again Krishna is repeating. Nature of this world is change. Then Krishna is speaking about the whole, who are these demigods? Who are the demigods? Adi Deva, Adi Deva. Adhibhuta is this nature. Adi Deva, that is the universal form of the Lord. Krishna is telling, my universal form, Vishwarupa. In this Vishwarupa, there are demigods. That means there are demigods who have been given the responsibility to take care of this administration. So we cannot consider the demigods separate from Krishna. At the same time, they are all subservient to Krishna. So that is how Krishna is giving the knowledge of Adi Daiva. Then Krishna says, who is that Adhi Yajna? Who is that Adhi Yajna? Adhi Yajna means who is the Lord of sacrifice. And Krishna says, I am that Lord of sacrifice. Krishna very clearly says, I am that Lord of sacrifice. Now, what are the questions? What are the answers? And then Krishna says about karma, because he has asked about karma also. So the activities, which is pertaining to a particular body. So the living entity is performing an activity with the body given, that is known as karma. Body is that is why karma we can do, na? Activities we can do. So Krishna has spoken about Adhyatma Gyan, because he's asking, na, Kim tad Brahma, Kim Adhyatmam, Kim Karma, Purushottama, Adhibhutam cha Kim Proktam, Adhidaivam Kimuchyate. Anyhow, when we'll be doing these chapters, we'll do in more detail. So Krishna is speaking about the soul, Krishna is speaking about super soul, Krishna is speaking about karma, Krishna is giving the knowledge about the whole material manifestation. Krishna is giving the knowledge about the 6 questions technically. Krishna is giving knowledge about the devatas. Krishna is giving knowledge about the Lord, Supreme Lord. And then the 7th, the question which was asked, how to remember Krishna? Then Krishna says, how to attain Krishna, how to remember Krishna, or how to attain Krishna. Because the question asked was, how to engage a person, how to engage at the time of death, how to engage in the devotional service at the time of death. Whole life you are serving. Now when the body, you are going to leave the body, at that time how to serve? Krishna says, remember. Just by remembering me, you will attain me. Antakale chamameva smaranam muktva kalevaram. So what will happen? You are engaging yourself in Krishna consciousness whole life. At the time of death, when you remember Krishna, you will attain the same devotional service in the next life. Wherever Krishna wants to. If Krishna wants to give his abode, wonderful, serve there. Or if Krishna wants the living entity to get birth in the another planet or the same planet, but this devotional service will never go in vain. Already Krishna has told this point in second chapter also. Krishna says, uh, 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 even a small activity done, swalpamapyasa dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Even a small activity done in Krishna consciousness will not go in vain, Krishna says. That is the glory of devotional service. And Krishna now here saying, same thing he repeats. Don't have a doubt that if you remember me at the time of death, you will attain me. When we say you will attain me means what? You will attain the devotional service again. Again, attaining devotional service is mercy of Krishna. Now, suppose somebody has a dog in the house, or maybe attached to something else, maybe attached to his wife, and is remembering about her or is remembering about the dog while quitting the body. And Krishna says he will attain the same nature in the next life. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam prajatyante kalevaram. So he will attain the same nature. That means he is sure to take the birth as a dog in the next life. If he remembers a dog, or if he remembers a woman, or if he remembers a man, that is what is given. This chapter is very important. Where Krishna says, Akshara Brahma, that means how to attain him, attaining the Supreme. Then Krishna says, remember me, understand my wonderful form, meditate upon me. That I am the controller, Krishna says, I am the controller. I am smallest of the smallest. That means I like to serve my devotees. When you say smallest of the smallest, I like to serve my devotees. I maintain everything. As much as the devotees like to serve me, I like to serve them. Here, smallest of the smallest also refers to what we find the most smallest thing, the atom. Krishna is more subtler than the subtlest. Then Krishna says, in this way, without any deviation, no undeviated mind, he just remembers me with complete devotion, then he will attain me, Krishna says. Even the person who is very learned in the Vedas, who are great sages, who have done so much of tapasya, even for them also, they just have to remember me, then only they will attain salvation. It's not so easy to attain salvation. So there are many different marga, path, but the ultimate is remember Krishna. And Krishna very easily, very clearly says, if a person is chanting Om, sometimes we say Om, in yoga they teach Om, then Krishna says, while chanting yoga, remember me. What is it Om? Om actually is me only. Om iti akshara brahma vyaharan mamanusparam. While you are chanting Om, remember me. I was called for this. Patanjali Yoga people had called me to give a class. And I told, anyhow, you all are so expert in chanting Om. Now, while chanting Om, you just practice Om. While doing that, you remember Krishna. When you remember Krishna while chanting Om, Krishna says, Param Gatim, you will attain me. Ananyas chintayantu mam, ananyas chetaha satatam yomam smarati nityataha, Krishna says. Keep your consciousness always in me. If your consciousness is in me, then you don't have to again take birth in this material world. Krishna has certified this material world. In this chapter, that certificate is given. How is this world? Krishna says, Ashashvatam Dukkhalayam. Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam. The certificate has been given in this chapter. Somebody Brahma should go and ask, what is the Brahmaji? You have made this material world. What is the certificate given by Krishna? Krishna has very clearly said, Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam. What you have designed is nothing but Dukkhalayam. Alaya, abode of all dukkha's only. Somebody told, when this Omicron will go, Mataji. One will go, another will come. What is there? Dukkhalayam. It is an alaya of dukkha only. Ashashvatam. It's always temporary. In this way, Krishna uh, describes about his supremacy, and also Krishna describes about remembering him, importance of remembering him. And also in this chapter, if you see, Krishna describes about even leaving this body. Who attains what? Like in the daytime, somebody goes, in the night, somebody goes. He goes in the period of Uttarayana, he goes in the period of Dakshinayana, he goes during the period of Krishna Paksha, he goes in the period of Shukla Paksha. So in this also, there is a calculation. What type of body he will get in the next life is determined by what state of mind he left in this body and what all other facilities did he get while leaving the body. That is why we don't know in what state, at what time we are going to leave this body. Night time or morning time, Shukla Paksha or Krishna Paksha or Uttarayana or Dakshinayana, we don't know. We don't know when we are going to leave the body. But at least we know one thing. When the body is alive, we can use this body in Krishna's service. That much we can do. And if we do this, Krishna has given one guarantee that even at the time of death, because of some circumstances, I am not able to remember Krishna. Because in this chapter, it has been clearly told that you should remember Krishna. Antakali Chamami. But again, Krishna says, Yadi Vata di doshena. This is given in Varaha Puran. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, you have to remember me, then only you will get me. But in Varaha Puran, Krishna has shown more compassion. Where Krishna says, Yadi Vata di doshena. Mad bhakto mam nachasmaret. My bhakta is not able to remember me because of vata dosha, because of some illness, some sickness. He is not able to remember me. Then Krishna says, Aham smarami mad bhaktaha nayami purusham paramam gati. I will remember my devotee. Krishna very clearly says devotee. Why he says devotee? Because Krishna says, whoever remembers me during his whole lifetime, I will remember him to take him back to my abode. There's a mercy of Krishna. So that is why when our body is very healthy, even Kulashekar Alvar in Mukundamala says, Krishna Tadiya Pada Pankaja Panjaranta Madhye Bame Vishatumanasa Rajahamsa Prana Prayana Samaye Kapavata Pittahi Kantavarodhana Vadu Smaranam Kutaste. I don't know what is going to happen. Prayana Samaye means while leaving the body. Kapavata Pittaha, because of that I am not able to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I am not able to do that. Then Krishna says, I will do for him. I will take him. This is my responsibility. But then Krishna takes the responsibility of whom? Who is utilizing his time in chanting the holy name of Krishna. That is why chanting is the only way by remembering Krishna continuously. Anyhow, it is going to come now in the 10th chapter. This is Bhakti Yoga. Now, 9th chapter. Rajavidya, Raja Guhya Yoga. Till now, Guhya Jnanam is given. Now, what Jnanam Krishna is going to give here? The most confidential knowledge. Guhya Tamam. One is Guhya, Guhyatara, Guhya, Guhyatara, Guhya Tamam. Guhya was given in the 7th chapter. 7th chapter is what? Guhya. That is secrets. What are the secrets? Material energy, marginal energy, and then supreme energy. All these are Guhya Jnana. Guhya means secret. Guhya Tara, little more secret. What is it more secret? You remember me, I'll take you back. This is Guhya Tara. Guhya Tamam. Tamam means the most confidential knowledge. We'll say, what is this book is open? When the book is open, what is the most secret thing in that? When you say secret means it should not be disclosed to anyone, isn't it? Then this is the most important secret thing, the most secret or confidential knowledge, which Krishna says, I am giving to you. Oh Arjuna, I am giving this knowledge to you. This is the most secret of all the secrets, Krishna says. Rajavidya, Rajaguhyam, Pavitram, Idamuttamam, Pratyaksha Bhagam Dharmyam, Susukam Kartum Apyayam. I am giving this most secret knowledge to you. Why? Why Krishna is giving to Arjuna? Already it has been mentioned that Krishna selects Arjuna because he is his friend, as well as he is a devotee. Then Krishna says, what is that secret knowledge? All now Krishna is going to speak. Krishna says, to attain me, there is one word which is known as faith. But there are people who are faithless. Krishna says they will never ever attain me because they are faithless. And everything actually emanates in me and pervades in me only, Krishna says. Then in this way, Krishna slowly says that the whole cosmic order is actually under me. Whatever is manifested, when we say God, generator, operator, destructor, everything is manifested again and again. It enters in me, again it is manifested. I only destroy, I only create, Krishna says. And in this way, Krishna says, its whole material nature is actually working under my direction. But there are fools who deride me, who don't understand my real nature when I appear. They think that I am an ordinary human being. They don't understand my supreme nature, Krishna very clearly says. And who are those people who don't understand Krishna? They are demons. Krishna said they are demons. They have atheistic views. Atheistic people, you see, they will say there is no God. They always are into proving that God is not there. But the topic itself is God only, no? When you try to say egg is not having any taste, somebody says, oh, egg is very good, whatever it may be, egg is not good, egg is good, topic is egg, that means egg is there. In the same way, God is there, God is not there. Even if you try to fight also, topic is God. Then Krishna says, the great souls, Mahatmanastu Mam Partha, Daivim Prakriti Mashitaha, Bhajanyam Ananyamanso Gyata Bhutadi Abhyayam. Who are real Mahatmas? Mahatmas are those who have taken the shelter of my divine nature. Here, actually, Krishna is now introducing the internal energy of Krishna. Daivim Prakritim Ashitaha. Who is the Daivim Prakritim Ashitaha? Internal energy of Krishna is Radharani. She is the internal energy of Krishna. Sometimes you say, oh, I love Krishna, but I should first love Radharani, then only I can love Krishna, isn't it? Daivim Prakritim Ashitaha. So in a very subtle way, Krishna is introducing the internal energy of Krishna. The internal energy. When Krishna says, when a person is continuously satatam kirtayanto maam itantascha durvataha namasyantascha maam bhaktya upasate. Continuously, he should chant my glories. He should always chant my glories. And if he does that, he is worshipping me in devotion. So here, the confidential way to attain Krishna has been given. Continuously think about him. And in this way, by continuously thinking about him, by continuously thinking the different ways to engage in his service, Krishna says, in this way, without any deviation, this person attains Krishna very easily. Then Krishna further says, whatever the offerings, everything is actually given to me only. When we do Swaha, that Yajna Purusha is actually Krishna. Then Krishna says, I am the father of this material world. I am the mother of this material world. Whole material world, the spiritual world, material world, everything. Krishna says, Pitahamasya Jagato Mata Dhata Pitamaha. I am the father, I am the mother. I am Sakshi also. Sometimes you think, who is looking? Today I'll do whatever I want. Who is looking at me? Krishna says, Prabhu Sakshi. I am the Sakshi, I am the witness. Sometimes we utilize the time as per our choice. We think that I can do whatever I want. Who is looking at that? Krishna says, Prabhu Sakshi, I am that Sakshi. I am residing in everyone's heart. And in this way, Krishna is giving the most confidential knowledge. Don't think that nobody is seeing you. I am that person who is always seeing you. Your every activity is counted by me. Krishna very clearly says, every activity is counted by me. If somebody is worshipping a demigod, Krishna says, he will reach the abode of the demigod. Somebody is worshipping Pitrus, he will attain Pitruloka. But somebody is worshipping ghostly people, Bhutani, then he will attain such worshippers of the ghost will attain the abode of the ghost soul. But somebody is worshipping me, Krishna says, he will attain me. For that, what one has to do? Then Krishna says, Yananyashintayanto mam yejana paripaste tesham nityabhyogaktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Krishna says. This word yogakshemam vahamyaham we have many times heard also. Where we have heard LIC people write yogakshemam vahamyaham. I still remember we had conducted a big festival, Hare Krishna festival. I went to an LIC officer. I told, please give donation. They said, we are never Lena Bank. We are Lena Bank. We never give anything. I said, you have to give. He said, why you are pressurizing me so much? I said, you have taken our proverb from Bhagavad Gita. This is our Krishna's word, Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. What is the meaning of Yogakshemam Vahamyaham? Krishna protects the things of the devotees. Krishna provides anything which is deficient to the devotees. Yes, Ananyas Chintayanto Mam. Whoever is always remembering Krishna, whatever is lacking, Krishna will provide. Whatever he has, Krishna protects. Ananyas Chintayanto Mam ye jana paripasate tesha mityabhyuktanam yogakshemam vaham. Sometimes the devotees lose something. Then I always say, tell, yogakshemam vahamyam. Immediately after some time they attain the day. Then they say, yes, yogakshemam vaham. Krishna protects. Krishna protects the things of the devotees. Krishna provides whatever is less. Krishna very clearly says. And what is that thing which is protected by Krishna? Devotion is protected by Krishna. What is the thing which is given by Krishna? The more enthusiasm to serve Krishna is also given by Krishna. The intelligence to serve more is also given by Krishna. Then Krishna says, you get many things from me. Then what you should do? Again offer it to me. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhakta prayachati tadam bhakti uparutam ashnami pretatmanah. Krishna says, give patram. Then you say, oh wonderful, I have brought tulasi, offer to Krishna. Pushpam, oh I got a wonderful flower, offer to Krishna. Phalam, I got a wonderful fruit, I'll offer to Krishna. Then toyam, water to Krishna. Then Krishna sees, acha, you have given me patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam, water. You are eating more nice things there. You are taking some nice fried rice. You are taking some nice puri chole. And Krishna is seeing. Then Krishna says, Yat karoshi yadashnashi. Whatever you are eating, that also give me first. Don't think that just by keeping some apple and some water, I will be satisfied. You should give whatever you are eating. Whatever you are doing, you offer it to me. That means you keep me in center and do the activities. Sometimes you see, there is a joint family. Why this joint family breaks? Because the personal ego is in the center. Everybody wants to fulfill their ego. Then everything clashes. But if you see the family of Krishna, it is increasing, it is growing, isn't it? We have Palash Mataji, we have Paul Prabhuji, we have Men Mataji, so many, it is increasing. The family of Krishna increases. Why? Because there is, who is in the middle? It is Krishna who is in the middle. We don't know our own, we don't know somebody's past or future, but one thing common in every platform is you are devotee of Krishna, you are in the devotional path. Every one of us is in the devotional path. So if we keep Krishna in the center and perform the activity and arpanam, that activity is offered to Krishna, then we are not bound in this material world. Krishna says you will be freed from all the bondage. You will be freed from all the auspicious results and inauspicious results also. That means good or bad results. In this way, you are completely free from the results of an activity if you perform that activity keeping Krishna in the center. Krishna says, then sometimes we see, oh, Krishna is very partial. He took the side of Pandavas. He killed the Kauravas. Somebody can say, now Arjuna says, now people will call you that you are very partial. You have protected us, but you have destroyed them. You're asking me to destroy them. Sometimes we see poor person suffering, then immediately we blame Krishna. For some people, so much of food is given. For some people, nothing is given. What is this, Krishna? You are so partial to few people, and you are very, you are impartial. So what is your partial? And Krishna says, no, I am not partial to anyone. Samoham sarva bhuteshu. I am very much equal to everyone. But whoever renders service to me, I have some relationship with him. And what is that relationship? The relationship is bhakti. Because he loves to serve Krishna, then Krishna says, he is my friend now. Then I like to serve him. Like there's a story of Akbar Birbal. I told this story, isn't it? I told this story, remember? No? No, okay. Once Akbar told to Birbal, why is it that always your God is always coming? He doesn't have any assistance or what? Then Birbal was quiet. If Birbal is quiet means, because his Haji is Jawabi. If he is quiet means it was a talk of the town. After 3 months, the whole matter was forgotten. Now Akbar got a new child, newly born child. And after some 3 months, they take the child outside. So they were taking the child in the boat. Suddenly it so happened in the middle of the river, Birbal took the child and threw in the water. Akbar immediately jumped and rescued the child, brought the child. He was so furious. He told to Birbal, you nonsense, you don't have any brains, you're throwing my child in the water. He told, no, wait. I just want to ask you a question. I was also present. There are so many other ministers who are present, assistants are there. Why didn't you ask them to jump in the water? Why did you jump in the water? The answer he got. When it comes to rescuing the devotees, Krishna does not wait to give any instructions to any demigods. He immediately appears, like Prahlad Maharaj. Krishna immediately appeared. Gajendra, Krishna immediately appeared. When it comes to protect his own devotees, Krishna will not wait to give instructions to his subservients. Krishna immediately will do. So that is what Krishna says. Whoever is worshipping me, I am his friend, he is my friend. But I am equal to everyone, Krishna says. I am equal to everyone. Now sometimes it so happens, sometimes devotees do some mistakes. Krishna says, even if they have done mistake, still I consider him saintly. Why? Because of some past life karmas, impressions, he has done some mistake. But one thing is wonderful, that he's always surrendered to me. Apiche suduracharo bhajate mamananyava sadhureva samantavya samyak vivasito hi sah. Still I consider him as sadhu, Krishna says. Even if he has done some small mistake, some abominable mistake, at least he is fixed in his determination. Everybody is struggling in this material world, isn't it? And that struggle is because of our previous life impressions, some karmas, karmic reactions, previous life impressions. Even if he does that, even if because of his previous life karmas he's done some mistake, but still if he is determined in devotional service, I still consider him as sadhu, Krishna says. Sometimes we say, what type of sadhu is? He has done so much of mistake. Okay, he has done some mistake. But if he is fixed in his determination that Krishna forgives him, then Krishna says, there are people who are born in the lower birth, like women, Vaishyas, Shudras. Even then, Krishna says, even if a person is born in a woman's body, But if he serves me, he attains supreme destination. Because it is said, Mahi Pashita Yepi Su Papayoneha Sriyo Vesha Tata Shudrastepi Yanti Mama Gati. Born in a Shudra body or a woman body or a Vaishya body, then Krishna says, even if it is now here it is meant born in a body of ignorance. Even if a person is born in the body of an ignorance, body where ignorance is predominant, if he takes to devotional service, Krishna says, he is in knowledge. He is no more ignorant, he is in knowledge. So in this way, Krishna speaks about Manmana bhamat bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi tvevam atmanam matparayana. Krishna gives instruction. This verse is again repeated in the last chapter. Manmana bhamat bhakto, become my devotee, Krishna says. Madhyaji mam namaskuru, pay obeisances to me, worship me, pay obeisances to me. You be completely absorbed in me, and in this way you will surely come back to me. In this way, in this chapter, Krishna has given the way to attain Krishna. And what is that highest, topmost knowledge? Krishna always protects the devotee. Krishna says, with love, whatever you offer to Krishna, Krishna accepts. So, what is the topmost knowledge given? The topmost knowledge is Krishna is a person. Krishna is a person. There is a personal relationship between, there is a personal relationship with the devotee, and there is a personal relationship between the soul and Krishna. So Krishna is a person. Krishna eats. Telling about this Brahman, telling about this universe. This is okay, this Jnanam. Oh, I have created everything. Wonderful. If you remember me, you'll attain me. Everything is wonderful. But he is a person. He eats. We sing na kaun kehte hain Bhagwan khate nahi. But this is the chapter where Krishna very clearly says, whatever you offer with devotion, I accept it. If you worship me, you are my friend, I am your friend. Friend here refers to what? It's not an impersonal something is friend. Friend is a person, na? If you tomorrow say, okay, Aruna is my friend, then Aruna is not something like she's flowing in the air. Person. When Krishna very clearly says, I am friend of the devotee, that means the devotees, they know that Krishna is a person with wonderful qualities. Now, 10th chapter, the opulence of the absolute. The opulence. So in this way, what was the name of the chapter given? How many of you have written the chapter? What is the 10th chapter name? Yes, who will tell?
Vibhuti Yoga.
Vibhuti. Opulence means Vibhuti. Vibhuti Yoga. That has been given. Now Krishna is
Vibhuti Yoga.
Vibhuti Yoga. Now Krishna is going to speak about Vibhuti Yoga, the opulence. First, in the second verse itself, Krishna says, Amadarihi Devana. You know, I am the source of all the demigods. From where demigods have come? Krishna says, I am the source of all the demigods. Krishna very clearly says. And if a person understands that I am always present, I am unborn, I am always present, then he is freed from all the sins, Krishna clearly says. And in this way, Krishna says, all these Maharshis, from where all these rishis have come? 7 rishis, Sapta rishis, Manus, all are coming from me only. Everybody are born from me. They appear from my mind. Krishna says, all rishis, they appear from my mind. So somebody is completely convinced of Krishna's opulence. Krishna says, he should understand that my activities are very transcendental. Janma karma cha me divyam. Already in the 4th chapter, Krishna has spoken. If a person understands the transcendental nature of Krishna, Krishna says he will attain my devotional service. So what is the qualification to attain devotional service? Understanding the opulence of Krishna. Vibhuti Yoga has been spoken. Then Krishna says, who I am the source of this material world, I am the source of this spiritual world. Krishna says, everything emanates from me. Very clearly, Krishna speaks, everything emanates from me. And Krishna very clearly says, everything emanates from me. Then Krishna says, the wise people, if they understand this, the wise people, they understand this. That is why they are always engaged in devotional service. So in this chapter, there are 4 verses which are known as Chatur Shloki Bhagavad Gita. This Chatur Shloki Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all the Bhagavad Gita. Whole Bhagavad Gita in nutshell is been given in these 4 verses, 8, 9, 10 and 11. 8, 9, 10, 11. Maybe out of curiosity you should study. So first chapter we have not studied, but 8, 9, 10, 11 are the very Chatur Shloki, we say Chatur Shloki Bhagavatam, Chatur Shloki Bhagavad Gita. In these 4 verses, the whole Bhagavad Gita is covered in these 4 chapters, in these 4 verses. Where it starts with, Krishna says, I am the source of all the spiritual world, material world. Aham sarvasya prabho, mattaha sarvam pravartati, iti matva bhajanti mam, buddha bhava samanvitaha. Then Krishna says, devotees, what they do, their thoughts always their thoughts dwell in me, Krishna says. Machitta madgata prana, bodhayanta parasparam, tapayantascha mam nityam, tushyanti charamanti cha. The devotee is how they are satisfied by speaking about me, by hearing about me, tushyanti charamanti cha. When they converse with each other, they enlighten each other. When they enlighten each other, they are very much satisfied. And in this way, their life is completely dedicated for me, Krishna says. And whoever is completely tesham satata yuktanam, satata means what? Always. It is not just one hour, I will only remember Krishna. Afterwards, I'll forget him. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. Whoever is remembering Krishna in a favorable way, in a loving way, priti purvakam, dadami buddhi yogam tam. I give him the knowledge. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamu payantite. And what is that knowledge I give? The way to come back to me, Krishna says. I give that knowledge. Whoever is always remembering Krishna, Krishna gives that knowledge from within. Then Krishna says, Tesham evanukampartam aham ajnanajam tamaha nashayami atmabhavasto jnanadipena bhasvata. In this way, I am present as Jnanadeepa in his heart. To show them this special mercy, Krishna says, with the lamp of the shining lamp of knowledge, I destroy their ajnana. I destroy their ignorance. What is darkness? The absence of light, isn't it? The moment the light is present, you will not count till how long this room was dark. It doesn't matter. The moment you on the light, you are not going to question how long this room was in darkness. In the same way, how long we were in ignorance, we don't know. Just by taking shelter of Krishna, remembering Krishna, how long we were in darkness, how long we were in this tamas, it has now nothing to do. Krishna Surya Saman, Maya Hai Andakar, Jaha Krishna Taha Nahi, Maya Adhikar. Wherever Krishna's name is there, automatically he is freed from all the darkness of ignorance, Krishna says. Then Arjuna says, oh, what a knowledge. Param Brahma, Param Dhama. In the introduction it is there, see. Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram, Paramam Pavan, Purusham Shashvatam Divyam, Adidevam, Ajam Vibhum. Oh, everybody has glorified that you are that Param Brahma. Ahustam Rishe Sarva, all the rishis have glorified. Devarshis, Naradas Tatha, Asito Devalavyasa, Swayam Chaya Brivishina. Everybody, Narada, Sarve Devarshi, everybody, Devarishis, Narada, everybody has glorified you. That you are that supreme abode. And now I am hearing this from you directly. Till now, I have heard from different sages. But now, Swayam Chaiva Bravishi me. Oh, wonderful. I totally accept you as a truth. Now here Arjuna says, Sarvam Hetam Duttam Manye Yanmam Vadasi Keshava Nahite Bhagavan Vyaktim Vidurdeva Natan. It's very difficult to understand. Even Devatas cannot understand you. And you personally are telling me about your own glories, and which I have heard from so many rishis. So I am completely convinced, yes, you are the supreme truth. So he says, yes, you are alone. That, oh, that wonderful supreme truth. And only by your internal potency, by your mercy, we can understand you. It's not so easy to understand Krishna. That is why internal potency, wherever comes, understand by taking shelter of Srimati Radharani, only we can understand Krishna. How can you understand Rama without taking shelter of Sita? How can you understand Narayana without understanding, without taking shelter of Lakshmi? Without taking shelter of Radharani, how can we understand Krishna? So in this way, now again he's asking a question. How shall I constantly think of you? How shall I know you? What are the different forms that I can remember you? Again, this question has been asked. Oh, please describe. Please describe this opulence now. I want to know. I am not satisfied. I just want to know more and more. How should I remember you? And Krishna says, don't worry. I will tell you about my wonderful manifestation. I want to know more about you. Then in this way, Krishna says, I will tell you more about me. Krishna says, I am that person who is present in everyone's heart. I am that super soul. I am Vishnu. And in this way, he goes on saying, when you see the stars, Krishna says, I am that moon. All the Maruts, I am the Marichi. I am that Samaveda of all the Vedas. I am Indra. I am that mind. Again, Krishna says, I am Lord Shiva. I am Kubera. I am Agni. I am Meru. And Krishna says, I am Kartikeya. And in this way, I am the Bhrigu of all the rishis. I am Bhrigu. I am the chanting of the holy name Japa. That means holy name is non-different from Krishna. When we are chanting, what we are doing, we are actually taking Krishna. So I am that holy name. I am the chanting of the holy name. I am Himalaya, Krishna says. In the Vriksha, when you see Vrikshas, I am the banyan tree. Where people, this is the Ashwath tree. I am the Ashwatha. I am the banyan tree. I am Narada. I am Chitratha. I am Kapila. In this way, I am Prahlad. I am Airavat. I am Ucheshwa. In this way, Krishna goes on, goes on. So you will never forget me. I am that Prahlad Maharaj. I am Garuda. So Krishna says, in the creation, beginning creation, in the middle, after that creation is at the end of the creation, everywhere I am present, Krishna says. Again, Krishna says, this Om again. Om actually is Om, this word is me, Krishna says. I am that Om. And here Krishna says, I am that death also. Mrityur sarvaschaham samud udbhavascha bhavishyata kirti shrivak narinam samrud medha dhutishamaha. So Krishna says, I am that Om. I am Samavedaha. I am Bhrat Samaha. All these things Krishna goes on, goes on. I am Vasudeva. I am Arjuna. Krishna says, I am Vyasa. So in this way, everything emanates from me, Krishna says. I am the generating seed, everything emanates from me. Then last, Krishna says, in the 10th chapter, second last verse, Krishna says, Yad Yad Vibhuti Mat Sattvam. Wherever you see Vibhutis, Vibhutis means something which is extraordinary, Krishna says, understand that springs from me. That spark itself is my splendor. Like you have fire, you have the sparks. And these sparks are also looking very beautiful, sparks of the fire. That sparks emanate from the original fire. In the same way, yadyat vibhuti matsattvam shrimad ujitam evava tattadevavagachattam mama tejonsa sambhavam. They are my tejas. They are my tejas, Krishna says. So then in the 11th chapter now, Vishwarupa Darshan, because Arjuna wanted to see more. And Krishna shows the Vishwarupa Darshan. He says, I'll show you my form. Arjuna says, you please show me that form, that confidential truth about yourself. For so many things Krishna is, I am this, I am that. Please show me that. So that my illusion is completely dispelled. I want to see that. So kindly show me that unlimited universal form, Krishna says. Okay. For that, first thing you should have the vision. So I will give you the spiritual vision, Krishna says. Now see the opulence. Immediately he shows his opulence, and there hundreds and thousands of variety, divine color forms of Krishna and manifestations of Adityas, Rudras, Ashwini Kumaras, all this has been shown. But you cannot see this. You should have a divine eyes. Then the divinity, the divine eyes are given. When the divine eyes are given, Arjuna saw unlimited mouth, unlimited eyes. Now when Krishna is standing with him, Krishna is appearing in two-handed form, 2 eyes, 2 ears. But now suddenly when the divine unlimited form has been shown, that unlimited form was having unlimited eyes, Vishwarupa Darshana, unlimited vision, unlimited ornaments, unlimited weapons, and thousands of suns, effulgence of the Lord. It was so much. Unlimited expansion of the universe also. Then hairs of Arjuna started standing. Arjuna bowed down to pay obeisances and he started praying. He says, I'm able to see so many demigods. All demigods present in your body. I'm seeing Brahma. You know, like the children are shown some wonderful thing that they jump up and down. Na? Here Arjuna is saying, oh Lord, I'm able to see. I am seeing your body, so many arms, so many bellies, so many mouths, so many eyes. And in fact, it is expanding everywhere. There is no middle, there is no end. There is no beginning. Oh, I am seeing so many helmets, so many heads, so many helmets. Oh, I am seeing that everything is resting on you. You are so inexhaustible. I am seeing that you are the maintainer of each and every living entity. Though you are one, you are spread everywhere, oh Lord. Unlimited mouth, unlimited eyes, unlimited forms. And very terrible to see also, very horrible to see also. With whom will you interact? So many heads and so many forms and so many kirita, that is helmets. And I am able to see so many demigods. Some are looking very horrible also. Rudra forms and all. Ghastly forms are also there. So in this way, though you are one, there are so many planets. And all these planets I'm able to see in you, O Lord. So many faces. Okay, one face, rather going is there, one face you worship. And so many faces where you'll worship. So many hands, so many legs, so many mouth. My mind is in fear. Now he says, Dar lag raha hai Bhagwan. So many, na, unlimited. I am feeling, I am having fear now. So many soldiers, and from your mouth, so many people are, they are crushed in your mouth. I am seeing Bhishma, Pitama, Drona, Karna, all have gone in your mouth and you have crushed them. Actually, Lord has actually killed everybody. Just nimitta matrena. Arjuna has become nimitta matra, Bhavasati Sachin. So I am seeing they all one by one have gone inside your mouth and you have crushed them. So all these things is able to see. When Krishna says, I am that Kala, Kala means I am death, Krishna says. Except you, Pandavas, everybody will be killed. Krishna clearly says. So get up, prepare to fight. Prepare yourself to fight. I have already killed everybody. Those who are impious, they are killed. Those who are pious here refers to those who are devotees. They get an opportunity just to uplift others. Those who are not Krishna conscious. So Krishna says, already I have killed them. Drona, Bhishma, everybody, Karna, everybody has been killed. But you are just instrument in my hand. So having this, Arjuna was trembling. Already he has seen everybody has been crushed by Krishna. So he was trembling in fear. He paid obeisances again and again to Lord. And fearfully he spoke, Oh Lord, it's so wonderful hearing your name. The world has become very joyful. Everybody is attached to you. Everything is so wonderful. Demons are also afraid. They are fleeing here and there. I'm able to see all these things. You are the original creator. So he's saying, you are the original person, O Krishna. Obeisances to you again and again. From the front, from the behind, from everywhere. You're unlimited, O Lord. Saketi matvam prasamam yaduktam. Hey Krishna, hey Yadava, hey Saketi. But I was so foolish, O Krishna. What I did? Out of ignorance, I used to call you, hey Yadava, hey Krishna, hey Sakha. But actually, you are that unlimited person. You are pervading everywhere. Because Krishna is auntie's son, Vasudev and Kunti Maharani, Vasudev, uncle's son. Kunti's sons are Pandavas. Vasudev's son is Vasudeva Krishna. So they are having a relationship. Out of relationship, he used to call, Hey Adava, Hey Krishna, please forgive me. Whatever I have done in madness or in love, you can say. I was not knowing that you are such a great personality. I'm bowing down to you. You are actually the father of everyone. No one is equal to you, O Krishna. You are the supreme Lord. You are worshipped by everyone. I pay obeisances to you again and again. He is remembering that out of foolishness what he was telling in the first chapter. He was actually advising Krishna. Oh Krishna, it is not good. Though they are having greed, we should not have greed. He is advising Krishna in the first chapter. Now he understands his mistake. He says, actually, you are the father. I fall down, I pay obeisances to you. Then in this way, Krishna says, Oh Arjuna, don't worry. I have shown this wonderful form just because you are, before you, nobody has seen this form. I have shown this form out of my own free will. Before this, nobody has seen this Vishwarupa. I know your mind is completely perturbed by seeing this horrible form. Even devotees are not so much inclined to see this Vishwarupa. They want Krishna's wonderful Madhurya Rupa, very sweet form of Krishna. Then here Arjuna says, Oh Lord, please come back in the original form. Vishtvedam manusham rupam tamam saumyam janardanam idanimasmim samvrittaha Sachetaha Prakutigataha, oh Lord, please appear in that so beautiful form, two-handed form, curved form. Let you come in this two-handed form, oh Lord. Still, Arjuna cannot even see the three-banded form. At least Arjuna saw two-handed form. Because this three-handed form, this three-banded form with the flute in the hand is only the birthright of the Vrajavasis, not of Dwarkavasis also. Dwarkavasis see Krishna as king, where Krishna is standing straight. Three-banded form, a cowherd boy form is only seen by Vrajavasis. So now in this way, Krishna appears in the original form, that is his two-handed form. Then he says, I am standing before you and you can see me directly. So this is the very mystical thing which I have shown to you before you. Nobody has seen. Just by engaging in my devotional service, Krishna says, you will attain me. That is a goal of life. What is the goal of life? To attain Krishna. Just by performing devotional service, you will attain me. And the 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 highest aspect of devotional service has been given in the 12th chapter. This is the, you say, no, the charam shloki, the charam means the topmost of the subject is devotional service. Then Arjuna says, Arjuna is asking the question. There are people who are worshipping your personal form. There are people who are they are worshipping the impersonal form. Out of these both, who attains more benefit, or which is more perfect? Whether worshipping your personal form or worshipping your impersonal form. Then Krishna says, whose mind is fixed on my personal form and who are worshipping, who are always engaged in worshipping me with great transcendental faith, they are the most perfect. Mayyaveshe manoye mam nitya yukta upasate shraddhaya pariyopetaha teme yukta tamavataha. Whoever is worshipping my personal form, Krishna says, because it is very difficult to worship the impersonal form. It is very difficult. Krishna says advancement becomes very troublesome. Sometimes we say, भगवान है, लेकिन भगवान का पर्सनल स्वरूप भी है. And Krishna has appeared to take the services in the most compassionate form, that is Archa Vigraha form. Archa Vigraha Tomara Pratima Nahi, Sakshat Brajendra Nandana. It is not just Pratima, Sakshat Brajendra Nandana. Krishna is sitting. And those who are attached to the unmanifested impersonal form, Klesho Dikatrastesham, Abhyakta Saptachetasam, Abhyakta hi Gatir Dukkham Dehavadhyara Vakyate. It is very difficult to understand. Progress becomes very difficult. Then Krishna says, give up all the fruits of the activities and devote unto me with complete devotion. Devote unto me without deviation. Engage in devotional service. Meditate upon me. Have your mind fixed upon me. Everywhere first Krishna speaks about mind. Mayyeva manadatsva, may buddhim nivaishaya, nivasishyasi mayyeva atagurdonna sanshaya. First keep your mind focused in me. When your mind is focused, automatically the senses are focused. Mind is focused, intelligence is focused. Intelligence is focused, automatically senses, everything is focused. If we don't focus our mind in Krishna, Savai Mana Krishna Padaravindayo, Ambarish Maharaj says, if we don't focus our mind, it is very impossible to engage our senses in Krishna service. Krishna says mind should not deviate. Mind should follow the regulatory principles. Whatever our acharyas have given, the regulatory principle is wake up early in the morning, chant the holy name. Morning hours are very, very precious hours. Don't lose those morning hours. It is said you can win the whole world by just grabbing the opportunity of this morning Brahma Muhurta. Not only morning. When you train yourself in the morning, you are trained the whole day. Satam kirtayanto ma. But morning hours, if we lose, actually we have lost the most valuable treasure. So abhyasa, practice, Krishna says, practice. Practice to practice by following the rules and regulations. Give up all your fruits, results of your fruits, the results of your work. Then Krishna says, this is also becoming little difficult, engage in cultivation of the knowledge. If you're not able to follow the rules and regulations, if you're not able to sacrifice the fruits of the results, at least cultivate the knowledge first. Then, better than knowledge now is meditation, and better than meditation is renunciation. So in this way, now try to first cultivate the knowledge. We don't know who is God, how to follow the rules and regulations, how to give up the results of the activities. Okay, first cultivate the knowledge. And in this way, when the knowledge is cultivated, how to understand this person is in the path of devotional service, Krishna gives the qualification. Adveshta sarvabhutana maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirankara samadutta sukhasami. How is he? He has no enviousness towards anyone. Adveshta Sarvabhutana. He is Karuna. He is Maitra Karuna. He is friend of everyone. He has compassion. The highest compassion. Jivadaya Krishnarama Sarvadharmatsana. The highest compassion. He doesn't have any mamakara, ahankara, mamakara, nirmamo, nirankara. Aham mama iti ajnanam. We had learned this. Aham mama iti ajnanam. So he has no mamakara, no ahankara, nirmamo, nirahankara. And further qualification has been spoken that he never puts anybody in trouble and he never disturbs anybody. He is always occupied in happiness and distress. He is not dependent on any ordinary activities. He is free from all the pain and pleasure. He rejoices. He never rejoices or grieves or anything, laments or desires. He is very, very occupied. He is equal to the friends and enemies. And in this way, he just engages himself in the devotional activities. So in this way, if you see 7 to 12, Krishna has given the topmost of all the knowledge, which is also known as Raja Vidya, Raja Guhya. Guhya means it is the most confidential secret. So any doubts you can ask. Next class again will be the online class where 13 to 18 chapter, which is Sankhya Yoga, will be described. After that, we will have direct offline class starting from first chapter of Bhagavad Gita in Kashinath Ganikar Hall, and 4 to 5, whatever we were doing, 6th chapter, that will be continued for the whole students.
Mataji, आपने बोला first you should know Radha Rani and then you will automatically get into the Krishna knowledge. Then how do you know Radha Rani?
How to know Radharani? Just serve. We cannot know even directly Radharani, but just do the path or follow the path what she's doing. The path is serving Krishna.
Serving Krishna.
And that can be known only by taking the shelter of the devotees. So when we take shelter of the devotees, that means we come in the path of the internal energy of Krishna.
Thank you.
Yes, anyone else? So next class will be again in the last 6 chapters, and after that we'll start the offline class, first chapter onwards. So till that time, today's homework for you is 4 chapters of 4 verses from 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 8, 9, 10, 11, which is the Chaturshloki Bhagavad Gita, and read the introduction again and again. The introduction has all this in summary. Introduction we are having. Okay. Hare Krishna. Stop here.